Alright, so this is SME. It stands for Social Media Explorer, and the first thing I'm going to show you is the content writer. So, the content writer basically is there to create content for clients. They'll write posts, and they'll get paid per post. And the clients will use these posts to help boost their Google rank. That way they can get found easier. Um, so right now I'm just creating a content writer, so just making a dummy account, and then I'll run you through kind of how the account works, and we'll go from there. So this is the dashboard of the account. On the left they have their current income, so they get paid 50 cents per post that they write, and they can deposit down there. And on the right side is their posts. And so here is where they can actually write posts. That blue login right there which says cool things and VIP cool things, that's a category and a description for what kind of posts they should write. And they can generate new posts, so when it was toggling back and forth, that's what was going on, just in case they don't want to write about that current thing. And so now that's just an example of just writing a quick post. They can choose files or URLs, and these posts are ultimately for Facebook. So when he saves, now that'll pop up in the post as pending. There'll be a category there, the date they wrote it, and photos. And since I did choose a photo, it didn't pop up. That's because how I'm recording it, but you can see the photo there. You can go to the details, check it out. If you want to edit it, like, oh, maybe I didn't like that memo, you can go there and edit it. You could delete the photo if you wanted, add a new URL, and change that. And so that's just what I'm doing right now, is just editing that. And then that'll come back up, still pending. And now I'm going to go to, so the dashboard, you now see pending posts there. And now Stripe is the way that you pay the customers. So it's the same thing that Lyft uses. And so when you click on that, it'll have you set up an account if you don't already have one. And right now I'm just using dummy data here. But I do mess up the email, so you'll see that pop up here in a second, as Jack Johnson is an actual real Stripe user, so I'll have to correct that, make a new email that doesn't exist. And then you're supposed to get a verification code on your phone once you sign up, but for testing you can just use 000, well, 6 zeros. And then here you can do basically the general Stripe setup makes it pretty easy. You just need name, number, and you can click debit card here or bank account, but debit card's faster, so I'm going to go that route. And then that's just the default number that Stripe provides on their test documentation, and you just need to type in a valid expiration date, and it should all go through. Now you're set up with Stripe, and you can start making deposits. The only catch is you have to make a certain quota, so you have to make $25 before you can deposit. So that's why there was no deposit yet. As in this example, he hasn't made $25 yet. But if you want to change information, say you are updating your card that you wanted to go to, you could go there and change that in your account. If you want to change your password or something like that, you can do that there too. And for the other part, you can change your password or profile name, things like that there. Also at the bottom, you can subscribe when you go saying that's just how you subscribe. And now if we go back to the dashboard, you can see that there's no current income, and that's because you only get paid once your post actually gets posted, not just for writing it. That way you can't just write really crappy posts and get paid for it. And now I'm just going to show you the client's view. So the client also has a dashboard, and they have categories. So those categories that we were writing under earlier are actually made by the clients. So this client just made one that says clean teeth leads to good breath, leads to more friends. and they're looking for 36 posts for this, and they want that before September 30th. And then they have their page that they're posting to, which is Sme Dentist. And like I was saying, and you can check out the details about that. If they wanted to delete the category, they could do that as well. And they can make multiple categories too. So if they have like a VIP program going on and they also want that, they can do that as well. And this just shows you like a delete view. They could also create new categories, as many as they want, so long as they still have some posts left for the month. And so that client still has 5 left. And then they can see their scheduled posts, posted posts, and all their posts. So these are all their old posts that are either deleted or were actually posted that I was messing around with earlier. And the client can actually create posts as well. So that's what's happening here. They just picked the white teeth category and just gonna make a post real quick. It says, hey, stop by Brandon's dentist shop real quick. And I'm not going to put a URL or image here just because it doesn't really show it in this Xbox recorder. So like when I hit browse, my mouse is going to move around because I'm actually looking through the pictures, but that won't show up on the recorded side. So we'll just do just the message for now without a URL, and then we'll just hit save. And now we can schedule that post. So the client also has the ability to schedule posts if they want. So here now the schedule is in process. So if you schedule a bunch of them, it takes a little bit. So that's why they got that wait notification. And now the post is scheduled for 4 p.m. the next day, which is the 23rd. They can check out more information about it. If there's pictures or URLs, they would see that there. If they wanted to update it, they can here, and they can also reschedule it. So since the client's time could be different depending on where they're at, it'll notify them what the current time is and then what the scheduled time is. And so right now I'm just going to have it scheduled for within the next couple minutes. That way we can check it out. Make sure it's working. So it happens to be 12:10 a.m. the client's time, and then now we can see this will go into the scheduled posts. But while it's getting scheduled, we can just check out the Facebook pages. So the Facebook page, this is the Facebook API, where if you wanted to add additional pages or things like that, you can, but for this account there's only one page and it's already been added, so that's why nothing new really happened there. If we go back to the dashboard, you can now see that there's one scheduled for the white teeth, and on the right side you see the post summary. There's also another scheduled one over there. And there's also an ability to leave feedback for just the application. I think it's always good to get feedback from users, so that was a quick addition made. And then if you want to go more into the Stripe API, you can click on your upcoming invoice, which will go to Stripe and say, hey, what are the charges being made this month, and give you a quick view of that. If you want to change your plan, it does kind of the same thing. It makes a new invoice and it'll tell you all the charges that were made for the invoice, and it'll tell you what your new amount will be due the next time. And you could also update your card info. That'll bring you to Stripe, and then that just brings up your upcoming invoice like I was saying, and this will bring up the little Stripe test. And so there it is. That's the Stripe plugin. You just enter your information and enter your new card info, and the users also have the ability to check out, like if they want to change their own password, just like the content writers. And now we can go, it's probably been long enough, so we can probably go to the Facebook. Yep, it looks like the post was already posted, so we can go to Facebook and check that out, make sure it's on there. So SME Dentist was the page we were posting to, and there it is. So make sure to stop by Brandon's Dentistry this week to get your teeth cleaned. Posted 1 minute ago, which is right on time with what we were shooting for, so that looks all good. And now, yep, you can see it's completed there, so that post was updated. And yep, the only other thing is good. Yep, so there's an admin account.